Hey everyone, Scoop Scientist here. About 8 years ago, I built this. This is a microscope based off of Antony van Leeuwenhoek's original design for the microscope. Now the lenses I used in here were actually pretty big, and so the magnification on this was there, but it wasn't that much. But I did receive a comment on that video from someone called Raccoon Eating Cacti, and he said that he tried this using a lens from a CD player. So I have here a cheap CD player that finally I'm going to take apart, grab the little lens and remake this microscope based off of Antony van Leeuwenhoek. I might not use the actual design that he used, I'll just do what works, and I might have to try a few different things to see what works best using the small little lens inside the CD player. But thank you for the comment, Raccoon Eating Cacti, and let's do it. So I want to take this apart as delicately as possible. One thing, because there's a couple of built-in speakers on the side. I know speakers always contain magnets, and I want to keep those. Yeah, every screw that I find, I do want to carefully take apart. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm after. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's a tiny little like glass bowl, sort of like a lens, which will get me much more magnification than the size of, well, these here. I don't know if you can see the size difference between that and that. This should give me heaps more magnification. Apparently, with Raccoon Eating Cacti, the guy who commented on that video, he said that he could see cells from a plant, which is really cool. Oh, here we go, I can take this out. Nice. Well, this is what I need here. Alright, well, I took a photo of that so you can see it closer. But this, I think, is what I want. Let's see if I can see it through the other microscope that I built. There we go, look at that. So that is this tiny little lens. This should hopefully be the ticket to an actual decent homemade microscope. So now I've got to come up with a way to fix this thing somewhere, have a way to be able to focus on objects or have a set focus. For my last design here, I cut a hole in 2 pieces of wood, then with a bolt here, just bolted them together so I can take the lenses in and out. And then this little screw is actually where it's focused. So if you look through this way, it's hard to see now, but you can see the tip of the screw up pretty close. And then anything else I either put on the tip of the screw, or I can push it out of the way and look at things as close as that. That's where it'll be focused to. And this is similar to Anthony van Leeuwenhoek's first design, although he used metal, I believe, not wood. And he had something kind of like this sticking up in front of the lens, which is where it was focused. Yeah, so let me think about this for a bit, and I'll try to come up with something. All right, well, I just set up a time lapse for that whole period of figuring out what I'm going to do, and this is essentially what I've come up with. Just briefly, I've just fixed the little lens inside of a strip of cardboard, then I've taped it to another bit of cardboard with this gap. Should probably bring the camera down here. Yeah, so like this. That's the lens. You can see that gap. I haven't really given it much give. It doesn't really come down, but if I sort of tilt it, kind of push it, I actually can move the lens down slightly, so that gives me a little bit of control on focusing. I gave it a little bit of a test, had a look at a match, and this is a basil leaf. I had a look at the tip of this and this little metal bar and things like that, and it's actually working quite well. I'm trying to see if I can see plant cells or not. If I can make out individual plant cells, it's quite tricky because especially getting my eye up so close like that, things sort of, I don't know how to explain it better, but things sort of look a bit dreamy. They look kind of very sparkly and glowing, and yeah, it makes it really tricky to focus, and there's such a shallow depth of focus on this lens that the slightest movement, I'll lose focus entirely. I also had a look at some cardboard as well, and I could see individual fibers on the cardboard, which looked really cool. Now I'm going to get my phone, I'm going to put it up against this, I'm going to try my best to film through the lens. This camera here will be totally useless for filming through this lens. So I want to try to be able to give you guys a look. And maybe for me as well, I can see the footage better. It might come through just a little bit better than looking through it with my eye. Let me see if this will work. Hey, look at that. Almost. So look at that match head there. You really can see just how shallow the depth of field is. And that's the surface of a match head. So now I can finally properly look at this, the cardboard here. Yeah, look at that. There's fibers, it's crazy. I wouldn't expect I'm looking at cardboard. It's absolutely amazing. Wow. Let's have a look at the tip of the blade of this knife here. Where is it? Here we go. Oh, look at that. That's right. The very tip of the knife is actually gone. Goodness me. Yeah, the blade of this knife is actually quite jagged. Although it still looks pretty sharp. This is a very sharp knife. Wow. But now, let's have a look at this. See if I can get a proper close-up look of this basil leaf. See if we can see some plant plant cells or something. So there's some oil or something, very tiny drops of oil. Yeah, or something. Assuming that's the basil essence, what makes it smell like that. Try to get a really good clear image of it. It looks to me like the leaf here does have little pockets or segments. I'm unsure though if that is individual cells tightly packed together. If you know whether or not that is, please let me know in the comments. Yeah, look at that. Is that individual cells? Oh, that is so awesome. That is remarkable. So yeah, please let me know. That last image I just got there, I think was the clearest. I'll freeze frame it so you can have a look at that, closer look. But that is so... I hope it's individual cells just packed together. If I didn't know any better, I'd say it was, but... Alright, well I've been filming for actually quite some time, looking at a bunch of things I have just here. Again, this little basil leaf, please let me know if you know if what we were looking at just then was individual plant cells. Because Raccoon Eating Cacti, the guy who commented saying he built one of these using a CD lens, just like I've done, he said he could see it. And that leads me to believe that that's what I was seeing too. It's just absolutely remarkable. It's so amazing. But yeah, if you've got a CD player that's just lying around, a junk one that doesn't work or you don't want anymore, then definitely make one of these. It's actually a really simple project, and it's really awesome looking at all kinds of things. If you have any suggestions of things that you want to see through this thing, then please leave them in the comments below, and perhaps I'll make another video just entirely looking at various things through the microscope. So please let me know in the comments if there's anything that you do want to see there. I'd be more than happy to make a video about that. One thing I think I do want to see, I'll need to collect a sample somewhere. I've got a few lakes and stuff around where I live. I want to collect a sample of water from there and see what kind of microscopic life I can see in a drop of water. If anything at all, that I just want to try that. Here I've just got tap water. I'd have to go for a drive. I won't do that now though. But yeah, that's one thing that I do want to have a look at. See what kind of little critters live in the lakes and stuff around here. And don't forget also to check out the video. The very first one I made was a long time ago, but it's where I built this one, the first one. I actually used a lens from a microscope, so it felt like I was cheating a little bit, but this one definitely is more of just a magnifying glass in comparison to this one. I'm curious if I don't know how it works, but this is from a CD player. I know Blu-ray is kind of like a higher quality version of DVD players and things like that. So I wonder if the lens in a Blu-ray player is smaller, perhaps getting a greater magnification. Maybe that's something I can look at in the future for part 3 of this video here. But if you did enjoy this video, then please do give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see future videos like this.